When Potamer did engage in an act with her, he did know that she was in fact.
Well, this is going to be a fun one. Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're covering a really weird Roblox YouTuber known as Potamer. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name, but I just watched the first video on him by Parlo, and this guy is insane. And if you don't know who Potamer is, he's a Roblox animation YouTuber with 2 million subscribers, and he's been exposed for being intimate with a 12-year-old girl. How hard is it to not touch kids on YouTube? There's going to be nobody left by the end of this year. But anyways, I'm just going to give you a briefing on what happened during their time together. So first off, Potamer met this person when he was 14 and she was 11. That age gap is a bit big, but we'll go with it. But they met in the server called Chill Isles. And after they met, they became good friends. The minor in the situation, by the way, was going through some tough times with being bullied at school. So she lied about her age, saying that she was 13 to stay in the server. But her close friend Potamer knew that she was 11. But now let's talk about their age gap, because that is actually wild.
By taking into account their dates of birth, Potamer celebrated his birthday in his Discord server on the 23rd of June, meaning his birthday is on the 23rd of June 2006 because he turned 18 in 2024, and the victim, marked as yellow, was born on the 13th of December 2009, meaning that between them there is a 3-year, 5-month and 20-day age gap.
A 3.5-year age gap? Dude, what? A 3.5-year age gap is insane. That's like a senior dating an 8th grader, which really isn't that okay. Now eventually, after they had been close friends for a while, they started to form a relationship with each other. And so from that relationship, Potamer, when he was 16 on July 26, 2022, flew across state lines to meet up with this girl, who wasn't even 13 yet. Not even 13. She was 12 years and 7 months, and he had just turned 16.
Now, in the next screenshot, both of them confirmed that they were from America, and in another screenshot, Potamer confirms that he flew to her state, being Florida, to meet her in real life. So essentially, Potamer crossed state lines all by himself, independently on this flight, and his parents were perfectly fine with that, which is insane, as well as the parents of this child as well.
Yeah, I really have no idea what was going through the parents' minds, allowing their 12-year-old daughter to meet up with a 16-year-old, and a 16-year-old allowing to meet up with a 12-year-old. That's really just some bad parenting on both sides, and or just carelessness. I mean, I'm sure Potamer makes a living off of YouTube, so his parents probably let him do whatever he wants. Maybe he lied to him somehow, I don't know, but it's still really dodgy.
Now, Potamer in this next screenshot admits on his own volition that he did indeed have with the when they met up. When questioned on it, he did not deny the interaction ever happened. He claims that when they got home, he brought it up and realized it was pretty dumb to have happened, and it shouldn't have happened in a relationship with that large of an age gap between them, and they agreed to basically forget about it and only focus on the fun things they did together.
Yeah, so that doesn't look good for Potamer. Potamer right there admits that he had an intimate time with a 12-year-old girl, just like that. Which is extremely disturbing, and it's insane how it even happened in the first place. But at least he's somewhat self-aware that what he did was bad, and that he shouldn't have done it, but you can't just say you're sorry and then move on. Actually, quite the opposite, because what he did is considered a felony in Florida.
This would also mean that under Floridian law, this situation could be seen as lewd or which is a felony offense, and could mean that Potamer could be placed on a register.
And so after this, they did eventually break up, because Potamer was being manipulative, so she broke up with him. And I mean, getting dumped by a 12-year-old is crazy. He was sad about the breakup, but then he just moved on. And so all of that was basically the main part of why he's getting exposed. And a few days ago, he did actually respond. But honestly, this response is just as bad as the allegations. And so this is the response. And just so you don't have to read all of it, it's basically talking about how everything was faked, how people were taking things out of context, etc. Basically just saying everything is false. But then he says this: our mothers arranged it a couple months in advance. My mother took us to the movies, lunch, and an indoor amusement park. We were all together in public the whole day. And so in his response, he's denying that he did anything, when he literally confessed that he did do those bad things to this girl. And then of course, after all that, he takes out the mental health card. And all this affecting your mental health will be reasonable if all the things people were saying about you were false, but all the things people were saying about you are true, and you're just denying it to your whole fan base. Now, another video by Parlo goes deeper into this and completely denies everything that he said in here, so that video will be in the description if you want to watch it after this one. But everything he says is proven false, so he's just lying now. Also, he says everything was taken out of context with no proof. Just wanted to point that out too. Along with a response, we have clips of him saying why he can't respond to the drama, and also him saying some other things.
You know Ruben Sim, right? Yeah, you know
Yeah.
Ruben Sim. Yeah, because he found out about this 5 months ago, and he says what I did was weird, but he's not giving me the flag because I was 16 at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did my research and I broke 0 laws, so I have no idea what this is. What, like, this is a big fat nothing, basically.
I don't really know. Like, what's the full context of everything? Like, from your side, what is it?
Just 2 dumb teenagers, man.
So yeah, apparently he still thinks he did nothing wrong, which is not true, and based off the place this took place in, aka Florida, what he did was illegal and considered a felony. So I really don't know what's not getting through to him. Is he trying to lie to himself to make him feel better? Is he trying to convince everyone that he did nothing wrong? We don't really know. But nonetheless, what this guy did is extremely bad, let alone the illegal part, and I mean technically he should go to jail, but his parents actually are protecting him from doing that.
Exactly. And I would like to respond, but I am being limited by my parents.
Ooh, I would address like the main problem is just the thing. I get
Yeah,
that,
but
and I wouldn't
my
like say it's
parents-
a private thing because then like it's like, well, what's happening behind scenes that's so like private, you know? I feel like that's
Yeah, but
what everyone's gonna be bad.
My parents aren't letting me.
Do they like own your channel or something? How
They
old
have
are you?
access to it. I'm 18, but they have access to it.
You gotta like make them at least let you address that, because that's like what everyone's looking out for in it. And if you just
Mhm.
don't bring it up at all in the response, no one's gonna take a word. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they're saying. But my parents, they don't want me to say anything about it.
right, everything else is good, but you just need to add that.
Yeah. I don't know what to do, man.
So his parents are basically taking over his channel and controlling what he does, and he's making sure that Portmer does not respond. Because if he does respond and admit to the allegations, that would deem him guilty of all of his actions by law, and then law enforcement could step in. So it's a very risky road for Portmer here, but I feel like he needs to feel the repercussions of his actions, even if it's not going to jail or something else, because what he did still was not right whatsoever. But that's just my take on everything. But what are your opinions on all of this? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I wish you all the best.